And then, shockingly late in the movie, I started running again. Like across the country, several times. The whole sequence is a full 8 minutes. I mean, sometimes this whole movie feels like it was written by a 7-year-old who just ate a bunch of candy. But I checked, it's just a regular guy.
Hello and welcome back to Goose and Boots. Today we have a fascinating story to tell. In the opening scene, Peter is sitting next to a fireplace and introduces the spinning wheel to choose who or which winner he will talk about, with a bit of a cheating. And the story is about the Silence of the Lambs.
The wheel has spoken! The Silence of the Lambs.
At the start of the first story, Agent Lois is an FBI, running to her boss's secret location to get a mission brief. Joe takes the role of the boss this time, without the wheelchair. Her mission is to talk about a cannibal psychopath in the mental hospital. She is accompanied by Agent Brian. Stewie is in charge of the jailer here. In exchange for his help, he requires the actor Mario Lopez to record his outgoing voice message. And it's hard for Lois to get one since the actor is a superstar. On the way out, Lois is hit by the psycho. Quagmire's juice vial is trying to open it. Meanwhile, in another place, the thug Chris tricked and kidnapped a normal girl, Meg, when she was driving home at night. Back to the jail, Lois brought Mario Lopez's recording to Stewie. But he is not satisfied. Lois apologized to the cannibal, sat down and talked about her story as if she were getting the Grammy Awards. Begging Stewie for information, Lois finally got a name she was looking for, which was Buffalo Bill. This person happened to be Chris. Stewie, while being handcuffed into bars, he revealed his hidden key in his mouth, brutally murdered the police, and took his skin as a disguise. Ew. And got out of the station. Lois alone came to find Chris and asking him for Meg missing. While they're talking behind Meg's back, she shouted from the basement, and Lois knew that Meg was here. Chris immediately ran away, and Lois took out her gun, chasing after him. In the basement, Chris turned on the disco lights, which startled Lois, and in the panic, she shot 3 times at him, ending his life. Lois, Clarice Starling, is now awarded with the official Lady FBI title. She got a call from no one rather than the cannibal Stewie. He told that if she were a man, she would have been killed, or in this case, eaten. He told her he was going to have a dinner with a friend, or in other words, having a friend for dinner. Next story is about American Beauty. Peter starred as a dad in a traditional family with Lois being mom and daughter Meg. Their neighbor are Stewie and Brian, who are a homosexual couple. Another neighbor is Joe family. He is a rich man who just moved here. Lois introduced she was the best realtor in the local, but Joe saying he just bought the house so he didn't need a realtor made Lois sad. Joe apologized and told Lois he will buy another house. Peter and Lois is watching a basketball match. In the halftime break, Peter fell into the cheerleader's magic trick while the gay couple Stewie and Brian was kissing. Joe said he was definitely against that. And the next day, Peter got fired and moved to work in a fast food restaurant. He happened to find out that his wife is making out with another man, Quagmire, in a car ordering hamburgers. He told Lois she couldn't tell him what to do, but Lois just wanted more ketchup for the burgers. At home, Peter asked Chris, Joe's son, to bring drugs to him. While those two was doing what a dealer and a user did, Joe looked outside and thought they were doing gay things. Again, which he hated very much, or at least he said so. And everyone's surprised, Joe is homosexual. He ran into Peter and kissing him. At midnight, Peter walked into the living room and met the cheerleader before. She said that Peter is sexy and want to have sex with him. She told him that she was also a virgin. When Peter trying to make out, Chris Hansen appeared. And suddenly, Joe shot Peter from outside. End of story. The third and final story of this episode is Forrest Gump, which is the name of who Peter took role. He met a black woman at the park and talked about his past. He met Jenny on a school bus. Because of his deformed legs, he was bullied by other children. Suddenly, he could run very fast as if there were no defects in his legs. With the ability, he played in the college's football team and became a star. After he graduated, he joined the Vietnam War and met a friend, Bubba. Soldier Bubba was shot afterward in an ambush before he died. He told Peter to buy a squid boat on behalf of his honor. But then Peter wanted to buy a gym for big white women instead. After the war, Peter is back home and he met Jenny back at a generic protest. Peter bought a squid boat and worked with Lieutenant Dan, whose legs were shot, dismembered at the ambush war, but it didn't end up well for the wheelchair guy. After the happy sex with Jenny, Peter told her that he didn't want to marry her and started running. He ran through the nation, across the country. Back to the present, Peter came to visit Jenny, and to his surprise, they have a son. And immediately after that, Jenny died. And Feather. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to support our channel. And if you don't like it or want to add something, please leave a comment to let us know. Goodbye and see you again.